b'shem kol Yisrael, for the sake of the protection of all of Am Yisrael. I want to tell you an amazing story of true heroism and true divine providence, even amidst all the terrible, terrible pain that we've all been experiencing. Guy Madar is a professional military man here in Israel. He was celebrating Simchas Torah like everyone else, like me, but he lived about 30 minutes away down south from where the atrocities began in a little city called Kiryat Gat. Great city I've gone to visit. A lot of my friends live there. And he hears what's going on, and Guy decides immediately to get into his car, take only his personal pistol, and start to see if he can help. On the way there, he picks up some wounded Golani soldier, and then he starts seeing these motorcycles driving by him full of terrorists. He figures out what's going on, and he shoots down 5 terrorists. He keeps going, he drops off the Golani soldier, and he reconvenes with some other Golani soldiers, and they start driving, and then they kill another soldier. They take their gun, and then they get hit in their feet, and their car swerves off the road into a ditch where he stayed for the next 2 hours, surrounded by terrorists. He managed to bandaged himself with a tourniquet and still killed a terrorist in the ditch and waited for the IDF to get there. 2 hours later, then the IDF finally got there. They see Guy, but Guy had not come in his soldier uniform. He just looked like a regular guy. And the IDF was about to shoot. They thought he was a terrorist. And right before they shot, someone screamed, "Wait, he's got tzitzis." And they didn't shoot. And instead they took him to the hospital where he's still currently being held, and he's okay. Unbelievable. That pair of tzitzis saved Guy's life, and Guy, in his unbelievable heroism, saved many, many, many lives. May Hashem bless him. One more story about the power of tzitzis. So, unfortunately, after all of the carnage, Israel started picking up dead bodies, and they were sent to this woman who, amongst others, was doing natara, was purifying, doing what needed to be done according to Jewish law to the dead body. And nothing decomposes faster than the human body. The first day, it was still fresh, but after, it took many, many days until they found the bodies, and by the end of the week, the bodies had such a foul stench, were so hard to deal with. I don't want to go into details, but the woman said it was just so hard to do what she needed to do to bury these bodies properly. Except one body, even though it was already at least a week old from that Shabbat, horrible day on Shabbat, it had the stench as if it was fresh. And she looked at the body, and all she could say was, this is the only body that she found of all the people that she had been working with, which had tzitzis on it. So I can't tell if it was the tzitzis or maybe just the fact, some other mitzvah that this guy did. But we can see again the protective power, even in death, of tzitzit. I walk around the base, it's unbelievable. So many people have been knitting, tying tzitzis, and so many guys who aren't necessarily religious all the time, aren't keeping every halacha. They're not even wearing tzitzis necessarily, but a lot of guys are wearing tzitzis. It's unbelievable. As they're playing soccer, they put on the tzitzis. So, Minka Amcha Yisrael, the tzitzis reminds us of the 613 mitzvahs, reminds us of Hashem's love, and it's protecting us. May Hashem strengthen our Torah and mitzvahs, and may it serve as a protection for the whole Jewish people.